Hey everyone, thank you for joining in to Chef TT. Happy Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm making a Sunday dinner. We're gonna do curry chicken, white rice, and cabbage. So let me take you on over here. I got smoked turkey wings in my water boiling, which is actually done. This is for my cabbage. I have my seasonings over here. I have my black pepper, my chicken broth, my adobo. I either have my chicken bouillon, a cup of water, curry, my olive oil, my ketchup, my chopped garlic mince, and my chicken. That's already seasoned, and that's good because it marinated overnight. Over here, I have my onions. I have my red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers that I'm going to incorporate it, put it inside the curry chicken. Over here, I have my cabbage. It's already cut up. It's draining right now. You know, you have to rinse off the vegetables and everything. So right now, what I'm going to do is we're going to start off with the white rice. So I'm going to take this. This is my bag of rice. I use Carolina rice, parboil, and I have my pots. So what I'm going to do is do 4 cups. This is my rice cup right here. 4 cups of rice. So once I do the 4 cups of rice, now that's 4 cups, as you can see. I don't need it because 4 cups will make the pot full. So now what, spilled my salsa. I had salsa water, everyone, and I spilled it, but it's okay. So now I'm going to take my rice. You're always supposed to rinse off the rice. Rice is starchy. You should rinse it off. You know, because bugs, things climb on it. So I'm just rinsing it off to get all of the excess starchy things off of the water, off of the rice. So now I'm going to take my cup and put 4 cups of water in here. It's evenly, just like I did 4 cups of rice, I'm doing 4 cups of water. So that's it. So now I'm going to take my rice to the stove. I'm going to put it on the stove over here. I'm going to turn on my stove. Put it on a high flame. Let me get my top so I could cover it. So now that the rice is on, we're going to let the rice go. So what I'm going to do now is take this off of the stove. I'm going to drain the water off of this. So I just left a little bit of juice into it. So what I'm going to do is put a little water in it. Just a little bit. That should be enough. I'm going to take it back to the stove. I'm going to turn my stove on a medium fire. This is for the cabbage now. Now I'm going to take 2 chicken bouillons. And I'm going to put it inside the water. This is to season the water. So when I get ready to put the cabbage in, it will go. So now that that's done, I'm just going to stop for a second and notice that I'm not wearing anything. But I want to put on something today that my sister went to New Orleans and she got me an apron, which I need to be having that on anyway. And it's a special showing seafood gumbo. And you can see the whole thing. So I'm going to be wearing this I like this. It makes me feel like I'm an extra chef, which I am. So I'm just going to wear this apron. I'm just tying it up right now. Thank you for the gift, Annette. So now we're going to continue with this. So I put the chicken bouillon in here. I put only 2. The fire is up. It's in the water. Once it melts, then it would be good. So from this part right now, I'm taking y'all to my pot where I'm going to be making my curry chicken. So right now what I want to do is just turn on the stove on a nice medium high. I want my dirty pot to get nice and hot. Once it get hot, then I want to put my oil around it. I want it to get hot so it could burn, because I want to burn my curry. So right now, we're just going to wait, let it get hot. So at this time, what I'm going to do is we're going to make sure the cabbage is drained. So the cabbage is drained. Now we're going to let the stuff melt. The chicken bouillon melt in the water. Once it melt in the water, we're going to take the cabbage and put it inside the water. So now what I'm going to do, back to my stove, I'm back to the curry chicken. I'm going to take some olive oil. And I want to, you know, oil the pan a little bit. I just want to make my dirty pot nice and hot. So we're going to let this get hot. Give me about 3 minutes and we'll get back to you.
Go.
Hey everyone, we back. So now my pot is hot for my curry chicken. My pot, my seasoning, my chicken bouillon boiled out. So now what I'm going to do is take my cabbage that's right here and get it into the pot. So right now with this, I put the cabbage in. I gotta let it simmer down some. So I'm gonna just turn the fire down a little bit so it won't cook too fast. So I'm just gonna put the top onto that. So we're gonna let that simmer down. So now we over here with my pot. My dirty pot is nice and hot. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to take my garlic mince. I'm going to put 2 spoonsful of this. Whoa. Yep. It's nice and ready. My dusty pot. You see that? It's hot. Nice. Ready. So this is my garlic mince. I'm going to stir it up in this a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to take my onions and I'm going to put my onions in here. This is for my curry chicken. So I'm going to take my onions and my garlic, mix it around in the pot. That lets you know the pot was nice, hot, it's ready for the chicken. That's why you put the olive oil in into the pan. So while the pan is getting hot, and when you get ready to put your stuff in, it won't burn, give you that burning smell. You see how the onions is cooking? I'm going to saute it a little bit from the oil and the garlic. It makes the house smell good too. Just a funny joke, everyone. If you don't feel like cooking for the day, And you want your house to smell good. I know people that just cut up onions and fry it and then make it smell like you cooking a whole big course Thanksgiving meal. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my curry. I'm going to put some curry inside here because I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn my curry. You see how my curry is burning? You want to burn the curry. So now I'm going to take me a cup of water and incorporate it in here because this is going to make my gravy. This is going to make my gravy. You see? You want your gravy to be thick, so you let it sit a little bit. So now, I just like to stir it, making sure everything is good. Everything should be good. The house smells so good. So now, at this point, what I'm going to do is take the spoon out. Because now I'm going to take my chicken and put it in there. I like to move it around. You see how I move my chicken around in there? You just flip it because you want your chicken pieces to get all up in there on the curry. This should be enough for my whole family today. So I'm just putting the chicken in. So once I put the chicken in, it'll stew down. You just get your stuff in there, your meat in there. It is get all that seasoning up on there. So basically you just keep repeating this step. As you see, my gravy has gotten thicker, which that's what you want. So I'm just flipping the chicken around. This is what my kids wanted to eat today, so I figure this is a little fast, so I go with the flow. So basically, I'm going to just put the rest of the chicken in over here. Let me just use my spoon because I'm going to mix it around a little bit. So for the pieces that didn't get into it, it'll go in and catch the seasoning. So now what I'm going to do is just let the chicken stew down. I got everything, all the pieces on there. Let me just make sure nothing is missing. So everything could catch its sauce. The curry seasoning. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that pot You see the curry? You see the chicken, the onions and everything? Smells good. So now I'm going to cover the pot right now. And now what I like to do is, I have seasoning, some sauce and stuff left from my chicken. So what I like to do is take my peppers, put it inside there, let it soak up the seasoning. Just gonna put some in there. Gonna soak it up. Stir it around. Mix it all up inside the seasoning. And when I'm ready to put it in there, inside my pot with the curry chicken, I will do so. But for right now, I just like to make sure I get all the seasoning into the peppers, the onions, the chicken. That's what makes the food taste good. So now I'm going to just leave that here until I'm ready for it. So what I'm going to do is go over here. We're going to check the rice. The rice is still going nice and hot now. So now we're going to go over here. I'm going to check out my cabbage. It's steaming down. Very nice and slow. I'm going to let that, I'm going to just enter a little bit to the pot. So now while that's going, I'm going to just let everything work itself out, steam down, cook down nice and right so everything could get into the seasoning. So after this, after the curry chicken starts stewing down, then we could work our way to other foods. So for right now, we're going to take a break. Be back in 15. Yeah. Hey everyone, we back. Now we're going to take a look at the rice. The rice has came to a nice still. So I'm going to close. I'm going to turn my rice on very low because I like it to simmer. So for those that's out there that don't really know how to make rice, the best way to make rice is, I like to do 4 cups because that's enough. It filled the pot up. Rinse the rice off. You have to rinse your rice off because you don't know where this food been before it gets to you, before you start buying it. So rinse the rice off. Once you rinse the rice off, you put your water. You only need enough of water to go over the pot of rice. After that, let your rice boil. Do not disturb the rice as it's cooking. A lot of people may like to take a spoon and turn it. That is not the proper way of making rice. You put your rice in, you put your water, and let it boil. And when it boils, it will come to a head like this. You see the rice hasn't been disturbed. That's how your rice should look. You should not be stirring your rice. So now we're going to let the rice stay on a low flame because I like it to simmer down to take all the extra water that's in here. You have to make sure the water is dried out the rice. Because if it's still wet inside the middle or anything, your rice will come out mushy. So simmer it down. Now I'm going to take you over here with the cabbage. My cabbage is cooking. It's simmering down. So now I'm going to show you the ingredients, what I use to season my cabbage. So I'm going to take some onions, and I'm going to put some in there. You don't have to put as much. You can put up to your discretion on what you think is good for you. I'm going to take my adobo. You don't have to put too much. I'm going to take my black pepper. A little bit of olive oil. And now I'm going to take a little bit of crushed peppers. This is enough right here. You're not trying to make spicy cabbage. And now I'm going to take my chicken broth. I like to buy this brand because it's a good tasting chicken broth. It even also comes in beef, turkey. It comes in light. low fat, things like that. But this is good seasoning for your vegetables. Whereas in you don't have to use too much seasoning because this has salt and things in it already. So you don't have to use as much. So now while I put all of those things in, I'm going to take my cabbage and just mix it around. Just mixing it up into the juices. You see, I still have my turkey meat in here. The turkey meat gives it season. So I'm going to let it cook itself. Put the top back over. So now I'm going to tell you about the cabbage. When making cabbage, you cut it up nicely. Rinse it off. All vegetables should be rinsed off. Use some olive oil, just a little bit. Boil some smoked turkey wings, or turkey necks, either one. Put 2 chicken bouillons inside with the turkey necks. Just put a little bit of water into it, just a little bit, so the chicken bouillon can melt, because that's seasoning as well. Then incorporate the cabbage inside the pot. Put a pinch of crushed pepper, a little bit of adobo, a little bit of pepper, and chicken broth, because the chicken broth has seasoning. That should be enough. If it don't taste too good, just use 2 cans of chicken broth. You don't have to put too much seasoning because it can get very salty on you. So remember, the chicken broth is salty enough. So now we're going back over here. We're going to go check our dirty pot for our curry chicken. Just for everyone to know, when you're making curry chicken, chicken makes its own juices as well. You see how it's going? It's stewing. You see? Curry chicken, not curry chicken, but chicken makes its own juices as well. So you just leave it in a pot and let it go. So what I'm going to do now is take my peppers, and I'm just going to put it in here on top so it can taste good. It'll steam down inside there. Everybody may make curry chicken a little different than but this is how I do it. So we're going to put the top back on this and let it keep steaming, stewing down. So now for everyone, when you're making curry chicken, I like to have my chicken marinated already the night before so it can suck up all the juices and seasonings and everything. But I like to have my mint garlic, my olive oil, my onions, my chicken, my 3/4 of curry, my garlic mince, my ketchup. That's what I incorporate in here. I normally use thymes, but I didn't have any, so I didn't use it. So I just used what I had. So right now we're just going to let the food cut down, season down, stew down. The rice is on low. Cabbage is on low. So after this, the dinner should be ready. I'll be back to show you the finished product. Hey everyone, I'm back. My food is done for tonight. My dinner is ready and my kids is ready to eat. Here my dish is. Here's my curry chicken, my white rice, and my cabbage. This is how it's supposed to come out and look. Now we're going to see how it tastes. We're going to let the camera girl taste it. My Quinija. Here she goes. This is the camera girl, everyone. That mean it's good. That mean it's good. Tastes good? Mm-hmm. Thank you. She going back for more. She not even thinking about finishing out. That's Quinija. She's over there laughing. Here's the dish. Here's the presentation.
Oh, you sent to Grandma?
No, I ain't sent it to no one yet. Why? It look good, right?
Grandma.
It look good, right?
Sent it to Grandma. Grandma be home by 11 o'clock.
Yep. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to Chef TT. Today is a good Sunday dinner. Rice, white rice, cabbage, and curry chicken. Have a nice day. Thank you.